All right, here we are back again. I kept promising y'all we're going to talk about mental health this month, and we actually got a special guest in the studio. I'll let him introduce himself and his credentials, and he's going to run down and let us know his topics and stuff that he want to get off his chest as well, promote himself and his business that he's involved in as well. So here we are, Men Talk 2, the podcast. We're getting it in for December, ending the year on the right note. Mental health is especially important, not only just in December, but in general. So that's where we at right now. So I'm going to let Justin Sims, that's his name, and introduce himself, run down his qualifications, and we're going to take it on from there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to be here, y'all.
Glad to have you.
Like you said, my name is Justin Sims. I am a life coach for Motivated on Purpose, which is a DBA for Intentional Healing Empowerment Center. An Intentional Healing Empowerment Center was started by my sister, and I'm currently a DBA for her business. And we have a group of therapists and that specialize in mental health and helping everyone. And like myself, I became this life coach over the last year during the pandemic. Got certified, 2 different courses, and building that the studying and all this learning and stuff through that time. I had at the fire department, we was working, and so during that time, I'm a full-time firefighter, but I also have been a help to others for a long time, and felt like being a mentor was part of my purpose. So my sister, she recommended life coaching for me.
Okay. Who is your sister?
Jory Montgomery.
Okay. And for those who don't know what DBA is, go ahead and let them know what that is as well.
Doing business as.
There you go.
All right. It is a separate entity.
There you go.
Of this business.
There you go.
Right.
Black owned?
Yes, sir.
There
yes, sir. She is 30 years old, turned 30 this year.
Good Lord.
And this is her second year in business. She started during the pandemic, which was a blessing because you wasn't able to get that mental health because in person,
right?
All this stuff. So
right.
The insurance and all that stuff allowed virtual therapy.
And that's one thing they didn't start off allowing at first. Well, they did, but it was like billed different and it was more expensive to get and all that. Yes. So yeah, like how we were discussing before we started, I worked for Cigna Healthcare. So, you know, those benefits that people get or don't know they get, and, you know.
Right. Exactly. A lot of the people who look like us do not know of the benefits that they have and qualify for, myself included. I had to seek EPA benefits.
Right.
And that's Employee Assistance Program.
Which a lot of people know they have it, but they don't know how to
utilize,
access it, to get to it, to use it.
Or they don't know what it entails either.
Correct. They have no clue what it's about. They just say, yeah, I'm paying for it, and I'll pay for it, and blah, 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 and just keep it moving. But now you know, I'm looking at the camera, now you know what it's about. It's about mental health.
Right.
So with that being said, we're going to dive into it. Black folks, therapy, why it don't work, or why is it such a taboo, or why is it a problem for us to talk about our problems with a outside entity, not your mom, not your dad. If you can't talk to them, why you can't go talk to somebody else that's licensed or certified, that went through the process to get certified? What's the problem? What do you think that problem is, and why haven't we, as a culture, we just now getting on to it? Taraji P. Henson is my main person I emulate when it comes to mental health, because she started out on it. People need therapy, and this was her big thing. That's her foundation, actually. People need therapy.
Yes.
So Calvin Ridley, I've been naming names since we've been doing this. Calvin Ridley, who's from the Atlanta Falcons, he had to take a step back.
Yeah.
Simone Biles had to take a step back. Naomi Osaka, the tennis player, had to take a step back. Michael Phelps had to take a step back. All these people had to take a step back, get their life together, get their mind right, so they can actually pursue not only their everyday life, but their professional life as well. Why do we as black people not go to therapy? We go through PTSD with shootings, murders, robberies, you name it. All this stuff is getting beat at home.
Yes.
All this stuff is going on, but we holding in. And we never seek therapy to say, okay, let me work through this trauma, because that's what it is. If you got beat as a kid, that's trauma.
Right.
Why do we not go to therapy? Feel free to answer that any kind of way you want to.
Right. Just to start, and there's many different answers. One of the first of when any person that look like us, I mean anybody,
but anybody, yeah.
At the same time, that first thing you might look before you even see a price tag, you say, "Oh, I can't afford that. I can't afford that," or whatever, So people do have that part of it that sticks out to them. Oh, how much does it cost? I can't pay this and that. But that's where insurance and stuff like that come in. Mm-hmm. And then you have the people who may have been raised a certain way, who may not believe in therapy. They think that, hey, I believe in this or I believe in that. I'm supposed to go talk to this person. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I don't know if I can trust somebody. Mm-hmm. All that, and it's more. That I'm gonna get into, and it'll come along the line. Mm-hmm. So we just start off with that. Cool.
So I'm just gonna throw this out there. That person you supposedly trust, say a minister. Mm-hmm. He might not be a licensed therapist or counselor, but if you believe in God, you're supposed to talk to this minister who's supposed to take care of your spiritual and mental well-being, giving you sound advice.
Right.
Nothing that's going to self-benefit him. Mm-hmm. It's going to be sound advice that actually help you get through your whatever life you're going through.
Right.
That's one avenue you was talking about. Mm-hmm. Not being raised that way. We as black people are not raised that way to go talk to somebody. I can say that right off the bat.
Right at the bat.
Yep. We are not taught to, hey, you need to go share your problems with a total stranger that you don't know.
Yeah.
And you paying for it.
Right.
and you're supposed to leave it out on the couch. We look at white people and everybody else be like, hey, you going to therapy? You paying for this? And you this, that, and other? Well, it's beneficial for them.
Beneficial.
Because they working through whatever issues they got going on. It could be from childhood rape. It could be from anything. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
All that stuff that's going on in our lives needs to be dealt with.
Right.
Baggage needs to be dealt with. It needs to be put up or burnt up. One of the two. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
So he got all the answers. I mean, the questions that he want to ask. I'm gonna let him take over the interview because
he good. Yeah.
He been talking about this mental health thing for a minute. I just decided, hey, let's go ahead and wrap the year up with mental health.
Right.
So I'm gonna let him spark it off.
So with me, I became big on mental health. 2019, I went to work for Cigna Healthcare. Was there. Started learning about benefits that I didn't know. Like, I've been working and I've had health insurance since, like, on my own that I've been paying for since I was 19, 20 years old. I went to work at Cigna. I was 38. Nobody ever told me, and I'll use this for example. Nobody told me that going to the doctor for a physical was free with your insurance. I had health insurance for almost 20 years, almost 20 years at this point.
Yeah, man.
And so, I get to look into what other benefits are free in the EAP program.
Right.
Like, depending on the company you work for, you might get 3, 6, 9, or 12 visits with somebody free. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, had I known some of this stuff, I would have taken advantage of it. Like, I've got a bad habit when I talk on the phone or doing something, I can't sit still. I'm walking around, I'm pacing. As I started looking at more into mental health, I learned that's a sign of anxiety.
Yes.
Like when I'm in big crowds, it's hard for me to breathe. I kind of get paranoid. That's anxiety. And everybody is like, okay, where does your anxiety come from?
Right.
It's a mental trauma.
Right.
So I try to tell everybody, like, hey, we all need therapy. Like, if you do this, like, you know, you never know what causes you to react the way you do. And, you know, I think the big thing is why, like it's just like, why are we raised to think talking to somebody makes you crazy when in reality it helps you, because it's better to, I don't know, in my opinion, I feel like, you know, we like, oh, I don't know them, I ain't finna talk to them. Well, guess what? That's the best person for you to talk to. Because they don't know you. They not gonna go tell your cousin, your mama, your sister, your auntie everything you just told them.
And that's basically what I think most black people are worried about. They business getting out in the street. Well, if you're doing foul stuff out there anyway, your business is in the street.
Don't even know it.
You don't even know it. You cutting folks' cars up and keying up cars and all this stuff. That's your business. That's some kind of way that you triggered from a relationship or whatever, and your business is in the street. So why not go get that addressed? Why not get that fixed? So you won't go out here after you get out of a traumatic relationship or whatever, somebody sent you through, going out here tearing up stuff or beating up folks or stalking folks or, you know, whatever. That type deal. So
it's all over, man.
It's the genre is huge. I know that much for a fact. Everybody, if you dealt with somebody relationship wise, you are broken. Let me say that now. I'm broken. I'm 3 marriages in and divorced, and I'm broken.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that in the camera straight to y'all too. I'm broken. I know why. I've addressed the issue, and I'm good. I don't have nothing to say about my exes, good or bad.
You better than me. I just won't say it on the podcast.
I ain't got nothing to say. Like I said, I done dealt with all that. I done asked for forgiveness from all 3 of them. That's on them to forgive me. I done said my piece. I done said what I had to do. I done dealt what I had to deal with. Now, this next coming relationship, if there is one, there will be no baggage. There will be no triggers. There will be no whatever made me go crazy and nuts in the first 3. It ain't gonna happen in this one because I'm not gonna bring it over in there. Now, I'm gonna softball this one out into to the field. Red flags, we're gonna deal with that, and that's gonna be the next 2 episodes.
Oh, that's gonna be a double.
That's gonna be a double hitter.
Red flags.
I'm putting that out there now, so y'all be ready for that. But we talking about mental health today, which is actually it's all tied in.
It is all.
It's all tied in.
Man, it's all over the place.
So now that we know that mental health is, and I think I said this once before, it's either internal or external. And what I mean by internal is you have went through a certain trauma, whatever it is, and you done held it in. You don't discuss it. You don't talk about it. You make no reference to it or nothing. You just hold it in, and it's killing you inside.
You're gonna explode. Explode.
And not only is exploding, it's messing up stuff in here as well, physically.
Crying on the inside. You're mildew.
Right. Externally, it's stuff that's pressure being applied to you, and you have no way to know how to deal with it. And that's my opinion of internal, external trauma expressions, the whole 9. So expressions, I mean, not expressions, but the pressure of having external stuff put on you, like the career people I was just talking about earlier.
All that.
You out here representing the United States of America, and you can't handle that pressure. You got to step back and get your life together. That's what I mean by external. So internal, external.
And you know, it's also how people be like, oh, when I get angry, I black out. Well, guess why you're blacking out? Because you're holding so much stuff in.
Correct.
That it's like, and I'm one of them people, or I was one of those people. Like I hold so much in that I know if I let myself go to that point, then everything's coming out at once. Like if me and you into it or whatever, it might not even be nothing major. But I got so much other stuff in here. When it come out, it's just like boom.
I've been, man,
and now, and we all have. But at a younger age, had we learned, hey, you need to seek help, you need to do this, then maybe it's like, maybe that dude that picked up that gun and shot dude would have let it go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he let it go.
The real part.
But it's like he dealing with so much internally that it's like, nah, bro, like I'm not finna let you, like everybody else done disrespected me. I'm not finna let you disrespect me.
Come to the tipping point and that's it.
Like you the last person I'm gonna let disrespect me right now.
And he really mean that. Yep. The last one.
Right.
and what'd he do? Pull out the gun and boom. Now, two people lives are, one live's gone and the other one ruined.
And then the family around it.
Correct.
Who care about both sides.
Correct.
That too grows to 20 or 50 or whatever. Man, it's tough, and I witnessed that. I had
really
not to go.
Yeah.
You know it, man. Like I said, man, I grew up here in the Woodmore area and all that stuff, but I witnessed that. Lost a few friends like that.
Right.
Some situations that didn't have to be like that. So those people could have had that help, in those times, and that's the reason for my purpose and what I want to do. I want to be able to get that guy to the help he need. I want to make it fun and cool to do. We want to make therapy a trend. If y'all love trends,
y'all trending so much. Let's trend and build ourselves up, and let's take care of ourselves first and foremost. Because how are we going to go out here and do our daily lives and raise our kids if we're struggling with something?
Because all we doing is passing our struggles on to them and the way we raising them.
Yeah, man. They see it too. They listening, man.
Yep.
They hear the phone calls, man. It's hard to hide when you're hurting inside.
So let me ask you this. You said you was a full-time fireman.
Yes, sir.
What made you want to really pursue, the life coach thing?
Okay. So first I got to say, I was out here mentoring, cutting hair and stuff like that to all the friends and, family members in a small way, personal way. And I was doing another little thing to where I was gambling, so I was making ends meet, this and that. But at the same time, I wanted to seek a better way. I wanted to get structure in my life. I had a girlfriend at the time, first kid coming, and seeking the fire department. Tried a few different times, got into the fire department. Fire department gave me structure, and it meant something because I wanted to do more for my community in a positive way. I wanted to help people on the daily or, whatever the schedule it may be. And I went through this academy, scared, be real about it, I'm scared, but at the same time, the God in me, he allowed me to go through this process,
right,
and to get in certain places. And so anyway, got built up, and like I said, I've been in for 5 years now.
Okay.
So,
That's what's up.
since 2016. So at that same time, you're going through the process for helping everybody in this way, that way, for the city or whatever. I love it. But at the same time, what you going to do for you,
Right.
Don't forget what God placed on your heart years ago and your own purpose.
Right.
So let me start my own thing because I got plenty of off days to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
I coach as well, sports and all that stuff. So I started coaching at Silverdale Academy through a brother-in-law or whatever, and I assist him. And that built up this life coaching thing in me to where I was mentoring again. I was coaching these young guys, and it was at a great age. It was at the 4th and 5th grade age. That's early on.
Yeah, man.
But their middle school age and high school age, they need our help. So I said, let me turn this into something greater and, beneficial at the same for me. But at the same time, I'm trying to help these guys not make some of the same mistakes I made. And let me do that in a professional way. So I can't just be a mentor. And like I said, my sister recommended, what about life coach? Oh, what is life coach? I don't know what that is. Research.
Right.
Pandemic, you got plenty of time on your hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can get certified in this amount of time. and I did get certified in amount of time. My therapist, shout out to my therapist for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to my therapist, Toya Carpenter. She pushed me, you can do this. She put a timeline on it, and it was on my own time. I didn't have to finish it as quick as I did, but I did finish it kind of quick. But at the same time, it was needed. So as I'm finishing, I'm still in therapy myself. And I'm not talking and going to speak highly on therapy. I'm speaking from, experience.
From the place of,
Yeah.
I went through therapy. Yeah.
Exactly. Fire department, all that, EAP. Yeah, I used it. I didn't know about it, but I used it because of whatever. But go ahead.
My bad. One thing I was going to say that in my studies of therapy, I learned that most therapists have therapists themselves.
Oh yeah, she got a life coach, which she don't mind. If that ain't too much, I don't think she wouldn't mind. So anyway, she wouldn't mind. She owed me in a way. Yeah. But anyway, man, like I was saying, and at that same time though, I didn't want to be no overnight guy. So I've been building up since then. And I got certified back in February of this year.
Okay.
And been taking my time with it though, because I still had these things kind of coming at you. When you're doing good.
Yeah.
When you're doing good and you're looking good and you're smelling good, all that stuff.
That left right hook that you got to try to dodge.
Knocking me down. And it's still going. I'm taking my time with the life coaching thing. And, oh man, I'm firefighter. I'm doing this. I'm cutting hair. I'm doing this. I'm a dad first, I'm a husband first, dad, all that. Family man, big family. We all, Sims family, we all, a lot of people know us, loving family. Mom and dad been married for 47 years, 9 kids.
Shout out to the family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my family.
For staying together for that long time.
Oh, my goodness, for
real.
They
don't make them like that no more, boy. Cause,
they do. We just ain't putting the time in to make it happen.
Right.
We talked about that earlier, too, on another podcast. Yeah.
But anyway, taking that time to just say, read this book, because I wanted to be able to be a reader, but you got to put in that work.
You got to put in the time and the process.
You got to put in that work. And a lot of this stuff you can learn in therapy. Like, you got to put in the work yourself. You can want this and that, but you got to stop some of that stuff you're doing that's hindering you.
Right.
And like I said, some of the stuff I was doing, like gambling, this and that, oh man, it was back and forth. But God placed me around the right people to learn different things. And he let a lot of people see my struggles. But as I'm coming out, as I'm coming out of those things,
which is motivational,
you know what I'm saying? And as I'm going through these days and months or whatever, just learning different motivational things and just building myself up and letting the others around me, my therapist, letting them build me up. And, and I got mentors too, at the fire department. I had to call them the other day, I had some stuff that go on personally for us in death,
right?
With a family member and another family member. Right after that, I had to call on the person myself, like, let me reach out to him, build me up. I'm this encourager for my family right now. I can't do it. He said, hey man, that was wise of you to reach out.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that, man, all these people, all these struggles, all these, all these things in life that's going on right now, man. Oh man, it's so much
stuff to try and take you out the eyes of the prize.
Yes,
the goal.
Yes, the goal. Yes,
the goal is to get there.
Yes, sir.
To proceed and trust the process and make sure it actually works.
Right.
And to have people you can reach back to and say, "Hey, look, man, I went through the process. It worked for me. It will work for you.
Yeah.
You stand by these principles.
Yes, for sure."
And it'll come out great for you. You're going to take some hits. I'm going to tell you that now. Man. This is life. Okay?
You better learn from them
hits. You learn from them hits.
You learn from them.
Either duck this way or dodge this way or whatever. But you can't keep taking the same hits over and over again.
Ooh, I've been saying deep breath. Ooh,
right.
Breath.
But you trust the process and it will work.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this is why we got him here to find out why we don't trust the process,
right?
To get some mental help.
Oh man, don't let me get on the on the men, like, even being that husband or being that strong guy.
We talking about this is men talk too.
They want to call us weak or
right.
in our inner self, we might call, oh man, that's weak.
Right.
I can't go talk to nobody. I can't go share that light, or I can't share this and that. And that's a mind thing. You're doing that to yourself. You're beating yourself up, or some stuff you may have encountered,
right.
You're balling it up, and because you're telling yourself, hey, I can do this myself, I can do this self, but at the same time, it's not always about that. You do have to have a open mind to go to therapy. You do have to have yourself ready to go to therapy, and you have to be open when you're going.
So let me ask you this. How do you get yourself ready to go to therapy? I mean, what steps do you have to take to?
Right. It depends on what you're
just generalize it.
Right.
Nothing like a.
Gotcha.
Just give me some general steps and say, hey, look, if I need to do this, and this in order for me to be ready to go and say, hey, look, let me go do the EAP.
Right.
Or find a counselor.
Right.
Or I found y'all online.
Yeah, I was just about to say that everybody got their phone in their hand. So
mini computer now.
Yeah. Why don't you Google mental health?
Google mental health.
Google therapist in my town.
Yeah, therapist near me.
Whatever you prefer. If you're looking for a man, women, or whatever, or if you're looking for a woman therapist or whatever, Google that and then see what come up. That's the first and foremost thing that is practical to do in this day and time.
Mm-hmm. So one thing I think it is why a man don't want to talk to another man that he don't know about his problems because he don't want to seem weak to another man.
Right.
A man don't want to talk about his problem to a woman because he don't want to seem weak to a woman. It's like, bro, come on,
something's got to give.
Let's be honest. We all have weak moments.
Right.
We all have weak moments, and it's one of them. Whether you've contemplating killing somebody, whether you've contemplated suicide, like those are weak moments.
Right.
Like killing another man ain't a strong moment.
No. You'll find out later.
Like you had a weak moment. Letting someone, to me, I try not, at this point, I'm 39 years old. I try not to let anybody anger me. Because they're again on that journey of studying about mental health, trying to figure out why I am certain ways I am as, a man, a father. It's like you letting someone anger you enough. By me letting you anger me, that's me giving you control over me.
Correct.
Because at this point, you angering me, it's all about you. You've got the control now. I done lost control because I'm angry. I'm pissed off. Like we finna, and it's gonna go your way now.
Right. And then just also being raised up, like for as in a man just being, at a young age and not being able to express their emotion because they want, everybody wants you to be strong. These strong masculinity.
Real men don't cry.
Right. Real men don't cry.
Man, if you don't suck that shit up, you a boy. You don't cry.
Right.
You don't cry, bro.
Yeah. That's a, I don't know what you want to call it. It ain't true. Let me put it that way. You cry if you get hit hard.
Right.
You cry if you get cut.
Right. Or you lose
somebody. Yeah. You crying then.
You better. Because, that's how you going to get it out. Or you're going to be holding on to it if you don't.
So for y'all that don't think that men don't cry, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So get that out your mind. Let that go.
Right.
And teach your kids it's okay.
It's okay, man.
To show emotion. It's okay. That's what it's there for. We all got emotions. We got to let them go.
Right.
In a positive way. Let me put it that way on it too, because some people out there be like,
right. You got to be clear these days, man. I promise you, I've been having to be clear so much lately. And they be like, man, you ain't have to say that. Well, I didn't know who I was talking to.
Yeah, you never know.
You
never know.
This and that, man. You
putting it out there, they be like, man, he told me I could just let my emotions fly. I could do whatever. Blah, blah. Nah, bruh.
Not when your emotions talking about going
right.
Handling
going
it
out
the way
here
you
flat
should
tires and stuff. You ain't handling it right. All right. So online, we can find somebody to hopefully, if you can't talk to nobody in your inner circle, we can talk to somebody online. Look them up. They got ratings, they got stars, they got comments, all this stuff they got. So you can actually go and look them up. That's one way to find out how you need to go.
Look, and let me say this, like another way too is like do your own research first. Like I said, look online, look who you looking for, and then contact your insurance company.
Yeah.
Like your insurance company has a whole mental health department.
That's a head start.
You know, and they can send you. You know, you don't have to wait weeks for a list no more. This ain't the old days. They'll email you a list of providers in your area,
and they'll send a referral for you.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Because normally the way it works with the EAP program is, you know, contact the insurance. Hey, I want to take advantage of the EAP. I need to talk to somebody.
Right.
All right, cool. You know, we'll send you a list. We'll give you the code.
Right.
Boom. You get that code to the therapist.
Yeah.
And it's free for how many other sessions you get.
That's what I want to reiterate right there. The EAP is a starting process to give you a preview of therapy, and you'll be able to continue on off your insurance with a copay or whatever, however your insurance works. So the EAP may be only 5 sessions, but you may need 25,
Right.
whatever. So the EAP is just a preview. So don't just make that clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to make it clear.
Make it clear.
And with that being said too, like with the EAP stuff, say if I go to one therapist and I don't like the vibe, I can contact my insurance company and they'll refer me to somebody else.
So that was another point to where if you do try therapy and you don't like somebody, come on, don't go bashing therapy. Try somebody else. Or
it's another reason to cop out, to back out. To
yeah, man. So, I tried therapy.
I'm done. Yeah,
3 sessions. They ain't know what I was talking about.
Right.
They ain't want to hear me. She was looking off. You know,
right.
All that stuff.
What they supposed to do? Stare at you?
Right. They getting a feel for you too. They human too.
Right.
This ain't no magic machine.
Right.
They got feelings too, and they got problems too. Like you said, they got different stuff.
You might
going
catch
on.
them on an off day.
Yeah. So you got to give them time.
Yeah.
You got to, like you said, putting in the work. You got to keep going. Mm-hmm. You got to be there on time. You got to do, all this stuff. You got to, if you having different problems, you might want to write it down. Write down your problem and say, this is what I want to talk about today. Don't go to the session and be like, oh, my mind blank. Now, during the week, okay, therapy, you got this phone right here. You got little apps that you can put notes in.
Yep.
Jot down stuff when it come up. The kids make you mad. Jot it down and let that be a topic, because you got to go from topic to topic in this hour session or whatever. How many ever minutes the session be?
That.
Yeah, I had to do that.
Notice what you said earlier. Structure.
Yeah.
Get your stuff done.
Right.
If you go in with a structured list,
right,
you can address everything that you need to address.
Organizing. Yeah.
And even if you don't get to talk about it all in one session, you still know that hey, when I go back next week or next month or however it is, you can still do it. And go back to what you said earlier. Now, a lot of insurance companies are allowing the virtual stuff.
Yeah.
And the virtual stuff, even if you got to pay out of pocket because of your deductible, the virtual stuff is still cheaper than not still, but the virtual stuff can be cheaper than going and sitting in the office, just depending.
Hey, and that might be a thing.
It might be a thing.
When they open it back up, you might have to pay a little money because it's very convenient to do it virtually for you and the therapist.
Right.
Because you ain't got to worry about nobody being late and all this and that. Well, you still got to worry about people late because they can click on late and all that stuff. Yeah. But coming and going, COVID or whatever may come up next. But so those in-person prices might be a little higher.
I would think it'd be more relaxing.
Oh yeah,
because you in your own environment.
You're in your own little
house.
You could be
in the room, like you said.
You could be parked. I mean, one time I parked in the car in one of my rest spots to where my peace spots, and I ain't gonna give you all the details.
like that. But nobody taking that spot but me.
I was parked in my peace spot, and it's by water. I will give you all that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was on FaceTime on my phone, and I did the session right then and there.
That's what's up.
In between, I went on and pulled over, not driving, none of that, but I pulled over at my peak spot and I had a session. So it's just that easy.
So do you find it easier? And I'm asking this because I personally would think like being in the office would probably be a little more relaxing because you're away from, all the distractions of being home. Because, we are parents, we're spouses, we're, we're mentors to other people.
Exactly,
So that's why I thought, me personally, that being in the office, but I didn't think about, hey, go to your peace spot. Like you can do it. So even if you can't go to the office, go to your spot where if I'm not finna make this phone call, I would go when I'm having a rough day anyway.
Yes. So the office part of it, and it's different strokes, for different folks.
Right.
So, but you got to be able to try out, and be open for either way, whatever they offer. Mm-hmm. You might like in person better than virtual. Because your virtual spot might not be peaceful, know. Mm-hmm. So you can't go to that room. And I had days like that to where the kids got stuck at home, and I got an appointment at 9. Y'all got to stay over.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I'm over here trying to handle this. You know? Go on in there. Yeah. Virtual.
And be quiet.
It was on virtual. And be quiet. Yeah.
Be like, I'm trying to have my weak moment so I can be better for us.
Yeah.
Right.
And y'all making me want to have to flex up on you. And,
you need to turn up in here. Ain't
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we went through all that for real.
Now, peace spots. Let's. I'm gonna let you hit that for just a second. Mm-hmm. Now, for those that don't know what a peace spot is, explain that to them.
Man, it's like a breath of fresh air. If you can do that there, and whatever your preference is in your daily life or your activities, your hobbies, it might be anywhere. But just like those, like I said, a breath of fresh air, and you just be able to kick back,
and exhale.
No worries.
Like the movie,
right?
Waiting to exhale.
No worry spot, and we all have them, and you have to realize them. Or if you don't have them, you got to pick one. You got to find it.
You need to find one.
You got to find it. It may be a walk in the park. You got
walking up the street. Around the block.
Right. Got to find it. Right.
So now y'all know peace spots. Find them. Yep. Not his.
Right.
Get your own.
Get your own.
Mine's top of the mountain. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Oh yeah. See, I've been wanting to go up there too.
I've got a couple of little
here.
spots.
Let me put that. Let me change that. Here in Tennessee.
Yeah, in Tennessee. Yeah. I've been wanting to go up there too.
But I got a lot of peace spots. I go to the beach. I go.
Oh yeah.
Motorcycle riding.
Oh yeah. All that.
That's my thing.
That's my thing. I call it wind therapy.
Wind therapy.
Yeah.
Wind therapy.
Cool.
Having a rough day, jump out on the bike.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I wanted to get to learn that bike. Back in my day, I wanted to learn that bike back in 2013, 2012, and slowed me down. I got a partner who was getting wild on me. But anyway, so.
Yeah, you got to ride your ride.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get them long, twisted, winding roads, and you out there, and it's just you, the road, and the wind, and the engine, and the bike, and it's just, that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
That's cool.
Yep.
You can't get you can't probably get better than that, but for me, you can't get no better than that.
Oh, cool, man. That's
cool.
Yeah,
and if it's a day like the day where it's raining out and can't ride, then I got a little spot that's by water.
Okay.
And then, it's a little spot, up on the ridge where you can overlook the city and just see that.
I love that one.
Yeah.
It's one of them just right up the road from here.
I used to just either to like the back streetness, just get up there and ride, and I'm riding slow. Mm-hmm. Nobody behind me.
Right.
I ain't even got to stop. I ain't talking to nobody at the time. I might be talking about myself right then.
Yep.
But yeah, ride slow, looking at that view.
So let's plug the businesses again. That way we'll know exactly who we can reach out to for therapy.
Right.
People of color, or anybody for that matter. I'm not just going to limit it to people of color.
Anybody.
Everybody needs therapy.
Yes.
Like I said, if you went through some traumatic experiences, everybody needs therapy. Or maybe you just want to talk. You can do that too.
Try it out.
It ain't gonna hurt nothing. You ain't gonna lose nothing.
Right.
So I'm gonna let him plug his business again.
Right. So myself, I'm a life coach, motivated on purpose. You can find me on the therapy website, which is Intentional Healing Chat, which is CHATT.com. You can, just put it in and you'll see all our therapists that come up. We have 5 total, and we have all the links. Like life coaching link is up there as well. And then Motivated on Purpose. Like I said, you can find it on there, but it's Motivated on Purpose at Gmail for reaching out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's talk about the type of therapy that you do outside of just being a motivator and a life coach. Do you actually delve into any other stuff like abuse, you name it, outside of what you normally do?
So the team,
right?
The team of therapists,
okay,
at Intentional Healing, they deal with all those things, and
the PTSD, all that. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. The PTSD, the mood changes, the anxiety. They are able to diagnose.
Oh, domestic abuse. I thought about that one.
Oh,
yeah. I thought about that too.
All of it. It's wide variety. Anything you could think of, man. All these different things that could be going on. That team of therapists, the licensed therapists, they're able to do all of that. So, and deal with it and give their different diagnosis on whatever and start that work in progress.
Right. Right. Come on, man. With the questions, you supposed to be you the man now.
I mean, pretty much. He said right. A lot of it just in like the talking about it. So, with let's just say the youth, are there different? Should like 17, 18.
Oh yeah,
19-year-old kid try to find like somebody who specializes in kids or
right.
What's like the.
So it's not an age limit, but we do usually try to go from the 8 and up range. That's what I see a lot most, and I can speak on this because I'm actually assisting all of the therapists and being a life coach at the same time. So I'm setting people up and I'm getting people reaching out and I'm getting to have those conversations with the people who reaching out. So I see right now, that 10, 12, 16, that range, they're reaching out early. And we do have
that's what's up.
What can you possibly be going through at 10?
Man, it's
8 to 10. What can you possibly be going through?
They seeing some different stuff nowadays, man.
Really?
They are. They seeing some different stuff. You're
supposed to be a parent protecting these kids from whatever's going on in life. I know school has a lot to do with it and all that stuff, and peer pressure, that too.
Social media, all
You
that.
can't protect them from the internet nowadays. Like that's where a lot of it come from, and then it's like, and I'll use this as an example without giving too much details or whatever about it, but like my girls, they're 18 months apart. And my oldest, it got to the point to where birthdays for my younger daughter, right? Or whatever for my younger daughter. If we'd buy her something, the oldest would feel some type of way.
Oh man.
So we got to where on birthdays, they both got presents on each other's birthdays just to cut out.
I just did that for the first time though. I had to. The last birthday I had to do it.
You know what I'm talking about then.
It was a bike situation. I had to do it. Go ahead.
What the hell?
I had to.
And even to this day, with them being my oldest about to be 21, my baby girl 19, and my oldest still to this day talking about the youngest is the favorite. No, like what try to get them to realize is we treat y'all differently based off of how you act. It's not a favorite. It's like it's one of them. I'll use this for an example because I did this a lot when that was coming up. The oldest didn't want to clean, so I called her lazy all the time. And then I got tired of fussing at the young one for not cleaning up after the older one. So it's like, hey, if you go clean up, I give you X amount of dollars.
And you had to do
so now she the favorite because I'm giving her money to clean up. No, I just know I'm like, no, I'm giving her money to clean up because it saved me from yelling at both of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's easier for me just to pay one to clean up instead of me having to yell us get to the point where I'm ready to put hands on you over washing some damn dishes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Then
Well, take
guess-
this $5.
Then guess what? Take this 5, this 10, or this 20 and clean up the upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just call it a day.
Which makes him a little bit responsible.
Right.
You teach him some responsibility.
Yeah, and you got to work for that.
Hey, you got to work for that dollar.
You gotta
Like
work for
you,
that change.
yeah.
For the Fortnite V-Bucks.
But you're going to spend it anyway.
I was say we prepping
You're going
you.
to spend it on
Right,
them anyway. Why
right.
not make them work
Right,
for it?
make them work for it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you know it's situation like that and that they deal with, and they think, you know, and a lot of times the young kids, they don't see stuff they do as wrong, and so sometimes, you know, I had a friend, him and his wife, they went to counseling about their marriage issues or whatever, and his wife hated the therapist because she felt like the therapist was always siding with the husband because the wife can't realize that, hey, this was wrong.
Right.
And it was funny because I was dating one of her friends, and her friend the same way. And you know what I'm talking about. Like she's, you know, never wrong, and they never tell each other when they wrong.
Right.
So it's like, I think it goes back to the question you asked about how do you, like, what's some things you got to be ready. The main thing is you got to be open to realize your mistakes.
Right.
If you're not ready to be open,
That's first and foremost. I don't know how I skipped over that, but I didn't say that. You got to be able to receive for real.
Instruction
Yes.
or counseling.
Right.
so what is the difference between a life coach and a therapist, and when should I seek one over the other?
So you could think of a life coach similar to a therapist, but I would not put myself in their shoes because they deal with a lot more and they've studied way more than I have. Mm-hmm. They've put in the extra years, the money to get this degree and
PhD degree,
add on to this and add on to that. Wow, all of that. And the big difference is the diagnosing. I'm not, they licensed to diagnose. They are, they have these rules that they have to abide by, the guidelines, the confidentiality, which I have confidentiality as well. And, all these different category, contracts and forms and all this stuff you have to sign.
The HIPAA laws for those who don't.
Yeah. All that different
HIPAA.
stuff. So with life coaching, I'm more of everything's confidential and everything, but you're more kind of relaxed to where I can kind of come at you how you need to be came at, or you could lay it on the line, and I'm just listening ear, and I'm not trying to steer you in directions. I'm listening to you. I'm asking the right questions, and you're coming back to me, opening up, and I'm coming up with action plans for you to be able to reiterate them into your daily life, into whatever situation that you may have going on. And I'm at the same time, I'm just motivated to say, you can do that. You can do this. You can go back to school, or you can get that job. Let's try it. And I'm doing that. I'm in your ear, and I'm reminding you next. Hey, did you do that? Hey, did you do this? All right now. All right, I'm rooting for you. I made me proud. I'm looking out for all right now.
So for me, what it sounds like is a life coach is more like that best friend that everybody should have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of them, and hell, I've said this numerous times. Like that's how I looked at him. Like that's when I'm messing up, he gonna tell me, hey bro, you tripping, like, and then whenever I'm like, bro, what you think should I? Oh man, go for it, bro. Like boom, and then it's one of them. Did you do it?
Right, exactly.
Did you do it? Exactly. Why not?
Hey, I'm not licensed. I'm not certified. I'm not that dude. But
that go to what we say though. Like if you don't have that best friend that you feel like, or that person that you feel like you could talk, you need to seek somebody.
Right,
exactly.
Like sometimes just finding somebody is all you need.
A different point of view or that different perspective.
Yep.
So you got that best friend.
Yep.
You got that best friend to say, oh, he always does that. Well, try a life coach and get a different perspective and put it all together and see who's right or wrong, or not even just right or wrong, but just
what works for you.
What works for you, man.
And notice what he said, y'all, earlier. He said he has an action plan that he maps out.
Right.
What you do. That's more structure.
Right.
You just can't be out here free balling it.
Right.
Just can't be out here just going on a whim.
And when you find that out,
once you realize that everybody and everything works in structure,
yes, sir.
Then I think life would just pour out just fine.
Say that.
You got to have some kind of structure.
Right. And people could on the website, people may look at the prices. Oh, I don't want to do this and that, and it's like $30 to $50 that I wanted to start with. Nothing.
Oh, that's nothing.
You blowing that in gas every
That's
week.
nothing. So, but at the same time, oh, I don't want to do that. But you still got the people to do this. And that. But like I said, right now with me, I'm open. I'm in extra training. I'm building myself up. So reach out, see what I can do for you. You know, and even with therapy, it's self-pay. It is self-pay. We do work with people who may not have it like some other people. Reach out. Reach out to Life Coaching. Reach out to Intentional Healing Empowerment Center. Let us know what's going on. Our time do cost, but at the same time, we're about helping everybody.
Either you're going to pay for it now.
Right.
Or you're going to pay for it later when you land either in a box or in a jail cell. Ooh. That's how I look at it.
And you hit one. Ooh, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just telling the truth. You pay for it now. Get your mind right now.
Yes, sir.
Or you're going to pay for it in a box with a funeral. Or you're going to pay for it in fines and fees in jail at 601 Market Street. My bad.
Right.
Silverdale. Because they ain't the only thing. They don't even do 601 on Market for no.
They did it, man. God,
hey, bro. I'm just saying that's how
I'm
it
just
was.
saying they did.
They moved everything out
but
there.
I ain't really,
Yeah, they moved it out there. Everybody going out there.
Yeah. And then those guys getting out of jail and stuff too.
They need help as well.
Hey man, them guys getting out of jail, man, they need help, man.
Yeah, you just can't just let somebody go.
Family members, talk to your people and
reach out.
Yeah, don't expect them just to, or don't when they come out. I kind of seen something, you out here? Let's come on. Nah, man, let that man breathe first.
Yeah,
it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment, man. And
jail is not a rehabilitation place. I want y'all to know that too.
Nah, it really
it's not meant for being rehab.
And what's crazy is it's like with us going through the pandemic, I tell people, imagine how stir crazy we were going in our own houses when we were used to getting out every day.
Say that.
Now imagine it being that, but you can't even step outside and touch the, you can, but you inside a fence with razor wire and,
you ain't seen no running water, that sun.
Right.
You can't see it when you want to, all that stuff. So,
right.
Oof.
Jail is not rehab.
Right.
I don't know where that came from in the justice system, but it's not rehab.
So let me say this, Lee, if you ain't got nothing else before we're going to the top, man. Before we go hit the top 5, Justin, is there anything that you want to add? Any little
tidbits we can take away?
Like you said, just be open. Be open. If you're getting the signs and you might have people saying this to you. We have that sometimes. People say, oh, my family said I could. Well, take that deep breath and look within yourself, and if different signs are there, then please don't hesitate to reach out to Life Coaching or Intentional Healing Empowerment Center for therapy. Do that because we would love to assist you in getting well and started on your mental health journey.
Mm-hmm. Got to be done.
Yes.
It's got to be done. If you want a better quality of life, now or later, go get some therapy.
That's right.
On that note, Justin, you want to stay for the top 5?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do top 5.
I'm here.
Feel free to throw your input.
Hey, I'm all over.
Feel free to throw your input on this one.
I might know some, I might not.
This is where we get a little ratchet a little bit.
Do your thing, man.
This way get a little
back then. So I can let my
top 5 stories of the week that came up on my news feed or I saw on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
Hey, you gotta let me introduce one since it started off on mine.
Go ahead, do that one.
Let me do this one.
Go ahead and do that.
Because my dude, City Boys, back up because I said City Boys took an L when Stevie J caught Faith cheating. But he finna take a W because he finna get that spousal support. Hey, they would do it to us. Like me being a man, I personally couldn't do it. But they would do it to us in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take your house, your car,
Yeah, they taking
everything.
half. Like Ed Murphy said, they taking half.
City Boys up. Stevie J, get that money, bro.
Hey, so but to add on to that, Faith came out and said, you know what? I ain't paying him nothing. That's the follow up story to this.
Hey,
I ain't paying him nothing.
she must got some stuff because if they didn't do even if you do a prenup, if she cheated, it voids it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
They've been going back and forth for the last month or so. So that's trash right there.
Faith still fine even though she old.
I can't deal with Faith.
How old is Faith? What y'all think? What
She in her 50s.
50, yeah.
She'll be in her 50s. Close to it.
She got to be in her 50s. She 48.
Okay.
48.
Yeah,
She
48.
about to turn the corner. It's all good. No big.
Ain't nothing wrong with that corner.
Hey, so your boy Tristan Thompson, basketball player. You know he got kids out there flying all off the handle. He was messing with Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
They got a kid together. She was gonna give him another chance. Come to find out, he got an unknown kid out here that he denied. Comes to find out, it is his kid.
Yeah.
Khloe said she done. The mama said you better be done. Kim said, let's find her somebody else to mess with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's going down. All the sisters.
How old is this kid?
She just had the kid.
Okay, she just had
Yeah,
a kid.
this is like a brand new one.
Okay.
He denied and denied and denied and denied.
Okay.
Come to find out,
So basically, he was sleeping around on her.
yeah, he been doing that.
I mean,
Dude, he was out there
let's just be honest though. If you
when she was pregnant. He was out there.
look, if you had a Kardashian, would you really be faithful too though?
Yes,
Because
Look at him.
them. I mean, I ain't saying I would be cheating.
why wouldn't you be faithful?
I'm just saying because with the way they move, come on now, they run through dudes like a car wash.
Yeah.
You got to find out the reason why.
He got a point there.
They run through dudes
a valid
like
point.
I mean, don't get me
I
wrong.
don't
The
know
older
about
sister
cheating.
Courtney, she sexy. Hey, you can inbox open. If you ever hear this, I don't care if it's 10 years from now. That inbox is open.
10 years from now?
Hey,
Y'all crazy.
Bruh,
I ain't fooling with y'all on that. I don't know.
they too young for me. But Khloe, if you need somebody to be faithful to you,
Oh my goodness.
holla at me, man.
hey, especially now that she done had all that surgery.
That's
boy,
what I'm
she
saying.
looking real.
Yeah, come on now, Khloe. What's up? No, I'm just playing. Speaking of broken up, toe up, and messed up relationships, your boy Jalen Rose said he done.
How you leave Molly though?
How you leave
must be-
Molly?
She must be crazy.
Molly Quinn Rose.
You know who
You know who Molly Quinn Rose is,
Off the
right?
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was with her.
Yeah.
What
They
you
been-
mean, like dating or
No, they married.
Molly?
Molly.
Yeah.
They done.
Wow.
They-
I didn't know she was married.
They was
Yeah,
married for
bro.
like 3. They've been together about 6 years and they was married for 3.
Right.
So
So how long she been on that first take?
It's been a minute, man.
yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a little minute.
She even dropped the last name.
That's why I'm wondering, was she on first take and then he married her?
No.
Oh, so he married her before that. That's
They
what
was,
I was
they was
wondering.
all that was they was had
They
they
met-
both had each show.
They met at ESPN.
They met at ESPN.
Okay, they met at ESPN.
yeah. So they both was doing like their own thing at ESPN and that's how they met.
Right.
So
All right, man.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
I mean,
man.
yeah, off the, you know,
but hey,
off what you see, but you never know behind those.
Exactly.
closed
You
doors,
never
though.
know. They saying, you know,
And then he Jalen Rose, so you know, ain't no telling.
I ain't gonna lie, a little bit off topic out of all of them though. Joy Taylor, that's the one that's. Whew.
I don't think she with nobody though. Not yet, anyway.
Hey, she can be with me.
This
Yeah,
is
crazy.
right here. Boy.
She can be
Get me
with
in
me.
trouble, man. Got me all open. And
Don't. You won't comment on that because you gonna have the home person. You got some stuff.
right,
Yeah,
right.
We single men. We can say this crazy.
we single up in here. What was that? Number 3. Let's go. Erykah Badu.
Hey, this let me know I got a chance, right? Oh, I might be too old.
Erykah Badu. You know Miss On and Next Lifetime and Apple Tree and
Yes.
Tyrone and all this old stuff. She paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
She got a 27-year-old. She paying everything.
All his bills, bought him a car.
All that.
Right.
Is that cool? I mean, can you live like that?
I could. Hey,
I'm not gonna do that, man.
I could.
I'm not gonna do that.
I
I'm
could.
not gonna be in that position.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going out like
Run that check. You know he well taken care of. Run me that check.
Run that
But my thing is this. They would do it to us. They have done it to us.
that. Wow.
Think about it.
Good point.
How many women nowadays? If he ain't paying all my bills,
Oh, my goodness.
like that's
Good point.
the big
No,
thing on
start
Facebook.
That's a different topic.
That's a different topic, man.
Is that on the list?
But it's
It's on the list.
it is.
Yeah.
And you welcome back anytime.
Anytime you want to come in and join on this,
Hey,
man.
because I'm a life coach, I can get real with you.
Hey, bro, I tell you what.
Yes, sir.
Let's do the red flag thing.
Okay.
We shoot the red flag. I'm sure you
Right.
stuff you done heard and seen. You know all about some red flags.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have Justin back for the red flag episode.
That's cool. Anytime.
Bro, when I tell you, I've been looking up stuff about this red flag thing. It's unbelievable.
And I could just tell you from personal experience dealing with these little.
No.
Let me. Look. You see, I cut myself off. I cut myself off.
Yeah. You crazy.
I'm gonna have to put a little beat button here.
Yeah.
For real.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 4.
All right, number 5. This is America.
What's up with America?
America. We just went through this Capitol siege. I'm gonna call it what it is. Riot, siege, people trying to
Terrorists.
take over the government, homeland terrorists, whatever you want to call them. So this staffer that works at the Capitol decided to take an unregistered, unlicensed gun in the building. Got through security. Mm-hmm. Security had to come chase him down.
How you get through security with the gun?
They had to chase him down to get it. Not the Capitol Police that handling their business. This is a staffer that actually works for a politician. I'm not gonna name them names because I don't care nothing about this stuff, but we just had all this stuff going on with this gun violence stuff going on with these kids getting shot up in Michigan. We still got Virginia Tech. We still got Columbine. We still got all this stuff going on. And to have an unregistered, unlicensed gun get in the Capitol building where all my politicians work at, that's supposed to be representing me, is foul. And that's the way I look at it. You should have better security. You should have, Capitol Police, y'all slipping.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. If anybody want to tag in or tag along with that, fine. If you got a different opinion on it, let it be said.
But y'all know why people think that's all right? Because what happened last year?
Yeah.
And who incited that
whole insurrection.
So
I guess they feel they need to be protected. They need to have their own protection when they go in the Capitol building. I guess they don't have no trust in the Capitol Police either. That's what it sounded like to me. But he got arrested. He got charged. And we're going to see what falls out on that one too. But yeah, that's it shouldn't have to come down to that.
Yeah.
I hate to end this on a bad note, but it shouldn't have to come down to us carrying guns to work in order to feel protected from doing our jobs.
It's like the Visa card.
You said that was
Never
5?
leave home without it.
That's 5.
Yeah,
that's the top 5
Okay.
of the week.
I thought I had 6, but I ain't gonna do it.
No, go ahead.
No, you got
go
one?
ahead.
You got one?
Yeah, I
Go
don't
throw
know.
it
It
in there.
might be 2.
No, go ahead.
Trust me, you can do anything on this podcast. Trust me.
Just
Throw one in there.
because, just because I care about my own, I care about others,
Right.
period. Daily activities and stuff like that to force in just making sure everything is pure that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And just because something is made legal now doesn't mean that it can't be tampered with.
If humans are involved, yeah, it's going to be jacked
It can
up.
be tampered with.
Yeah.
So I want to be, I don't want to step on no toes. If any,
Put it out there, man. Don't be scared to talk.
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, this is a safe place right
just
here.
the marijuana involved.
Okay.
I mean, just making it legal and this, that, man, it's just. I've been seeing some stuff, different places, all over.
What's your take on it?
I'm thinking. I'm seeing different things to where it's not adding up. It's like it's doing different stuff that it didn't
used to do.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, man, when we were growing up, like the good stuff for us, they called it, what was it, Kush or presidential.
Yeah.
Now you got, I got runts and okay, how did this strain come about that we didn't have back then? What's been added to it?
And that mind that we're talking about, that mental, you want to be able to protect it
at all costs.
You want to be able to protect it. You don't want to be running back and forth to this and that.
Right.
Spending your money, but you're jeopardizing your mental.
Right.
And that's big. And I feel very passionate on that, especially with us.
Yeah.
We already a little bit behind, so come on now.
We ain't a little bit behind. We way behind.
That mental.
Disenfranchised, behind, not getting fair opportunities. All this stuff is going on. The culture itself.
Yes.
You only got like 2 or 3% of them just billionaires and millionaires or whatever.
Right.
All the rest of us out here fighting for tooth and nail for what we trying to get.
And
you're going to throw another something on top of that.
And that's what's going to increase the fight.
Right.
You said something when you said that. I'm talking about it's making people angry.
Right.
I'm talking about it's doing this and that.
Yeah.
It's doing other stuff. Like, they don't even know it's doing it. They blind to the fact.
Yeah.
Can't be blind to the fact, man. Alibu said that. Alibu said that. You can't be blind to the fact.
I mean,
you got to recognize. Take care of that mental, man. Jeopardizing it.
I agree.
At all times. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. Justin Sims.
Yes, sir.
Coming in representing mental health. He gonna come back. I just invited him back for the red flag. 2 episodes. We're gonna do that.
Y'all made it comfortable.
Yeah, man. I told you it's gonna be real easy talking. We just gonna come in, talk a little bit, chat it up a little bit, do the top 5. We're gonna call it a day. That's it. That's how we do.
Yeah.
No script. Even though you like structure.
I like structure. Hey, look.
You like structure.
I got the notebook, man, and when you said that, man, I ain't write nothing down. I ain't need it.
Yeah, you ain't need it. Like I said, we're gonna come in and chat. We're gonna talk.
But just in case.
We're gonna air it out.
Right.
What it is. We got questions we want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
And we just go from there.
And we appreciate you, being
no
open, honest, because even putting, letting us know that you have a therapist yourself.
Right.
Like I said, coming from where we come from,
right.
It take a lot for us to
admit
say
that.
those.
Yeah.
So,
and
I
had to get comfortable saying that, and I had to watch what I was saying around it first, and then I said,
really?
Oh, I feel good now. I said it to somebody.
Really? You had to be careful about what you were saying going to a therapist. Because
you got those people around you. Oh, you too good.
No, what he was saying was he had to be comfortable to tell people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You had to be.
I'm around
you had to hold back
different people.
Okay, I got you.
Like I said, I kind of cut hair and stuff like that. So I got different people I'm around. I got prestigious people. I got my boys. I got this and that.
Yeah.
And I had to, when I'm talking, that cutting hair is my therapy too.
Right.
I do it the way I do it. Cutting hair is my therapy.
There you go.
And I get these guys who get to reiterate, and I'm
well, everybody know now.
Life coaching and cutting, my personal people.
Right.
I mean,
right.
It's privilege, all that stuff to the people who I take care of.
Right.
I got my little circle, or whatever, but that's my therapy who I share with.
Right.
So anyway, yeah.
Good deal, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming out.
No problem.
Representing.
I'll be meeting y'all at what you say, Rookies?
Rookie.
We can meet at McDonald's.
Look, I don't know about that, but
you're right. I'm not going to McDonald's.
Look, we can meet at Roof Chris if it's on you.
He the one got about 50 side hustles over here. Look, Jamaican over here.
I thought I had a lot.
20 jobs over here.
I thought I had a lot.
Good Lord.
Man.
Hey, check us out, man. We done. We good for the day. Hey, y'all, check this out. And if, like I said earlier, hurt people. Hurt people need therapy. Everybody's broken. If you've been in a relationship, you've been broken. So seek out help, counseling. If you ain't found nobody you can talk to, it's one of the guys right here, and we're gonna keep playing this information back.
Come on.
We're gonna get the email. We're gonna write all this stuff down. We're gonna put it in the comment section. Hey, speaking of which, big shout out to everybody that's been doing that hit the 33 downloads in the first episode we did just last week, man. In a day.
Cool.
Like
This is word of mouth. We ain't even got no advertising. It's straight word of mouth.
I like I told you who my
Yeah. You did. I sent you the link. So yeah, like I said, next week it'll be out, and you're gonna be on there. And hopefully some of them will subscribe and like.
I'm telling you, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you got people.
It's golden.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna leave it at that.
And like you said, hurt people.
Hurt people.
And
hurt
said it
people.
Best. Baby mama ain't. Nah.
See, here we go. He need therapy for that. You keep coming up.
I ain't gonna disagree with you on that. And I'm about to look. Like I'm actually no lie. I'm looking into it.
Reach
out.
I am.
Get over that, man. That's hearing you from your blessing, like you be saying. Don't block your blessing.
Yeah,
but you know, I'm over this. Just funny. It's funny. It be joking. Hey, it's funny now. Yeah. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then.
It never is when you're going through it.
No. You sit in the corner, like on little TV balled up
with a passing.
All right,
man. We out, man. Y'all be good. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Hey, happy holidays too. I think it's coming out the week before Christmas. So if we don't see you then, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas.